doing this, you'll have to Good morning, Townsville Bears. This is Alicia
Quentin, and Katie.
coming to you live from the WBEARS headquarters. Today is Tuesday, March 11th. The word of the week is communication. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated. The announcements for today are as follows. Mexico Rivage Club is canceled for today. It will resume after spring break. Math bowl practice from 2:45 to 4 p.m. Now here's Quentin with our lunch menu.
Today for lunch we'll be having nachos or a ham and cheese sandwich, Mexican street corn, refried beans, farm fresh fruit, garden fresh veggies, and milk. So here's Katie with your Spanish translation.
Buenos días, Townsville Bear. Hoy es martes 11 de marzo. La frase de la semana en comunicación, los anuncios de hoy son los siguientes. El club de robótica Pesco se cancela por hoy. Se reanudará después de las vacaciones primavera. Prácticas de muffles de 2:45 a 4. Hoy para el almuerzo tendremos nachos o sándwich de jamón y queso, maíz callejero mexicano, frijoles refritos, fruta fresca de la granja, verduras frescas de la huerta y leche. Now here's Mirsugo de Chanel Foundation.
I don't think you took a breath the whole time. I don't think you took a breath the whole time. Good morning. I have 2 birthdays for today. Technically 3, but I'm going to do my kiddo birthdays first. Happy birthday today to Yosimar Velasco Jacinto in Mrs. Berkman's class and to Hunter Bryant in Mrs. Riker's class. Also, Mr. Sweet has a pretty milestone-y birthday, if you want to call it today. So if you see Mr. Sweet, wish him a happy birthday all day today. He may regret it later. That's all right. K-2 PBIS this afternoon. I forgot to bring my list and my phone is sitting on my desk, so I will announce those winners that get to go hang out with Mrs. Hoddle this afternoon. But Mrs. Hoddle did send an email to teachers, so you know who your friend is that's going to come and celebrate at 2:15-ish in the cafeteria. All right. I mentioned yesterday that our goal last week was to have no more than 0 or 1 office referral each day of the week, so that gives us 5 by Friday. So we're gonna have this, and we didn't meet it last. We had 6 last week. So we're gonna throw the same challenge at you for this week, except we're gonna up the ante a little bit because I mentioned yesterday that Friday is Friday is 3/14, which is Pi Day, and we are going to, if your grade level does not get any behavior referrals, office referrals the rest of the week, then you get to put a pie in the face of one of your teachers possibly. And I have a teacher from every grade level except for one, but I have an adult for every grade level. So let me tell you who you could put a pie in the face in if you have no behavior referrals. In kindergarten, Ms. Mackey has stepped up and said she will take a pie in the face if you have 0 referrals. Ms. Pruitt in 1st grade. In 2nd grade, Mrs. Arkins and Mrs. Albering said they would take a pie in the face if they have 0 referrals. 3rd grade, Mrs. Goddard and Mrs. Calabrese. In 4th grade, Mrs. Conkle, she's going to take 1. In 5th grade, we're going to put Mr. Grimes in there. Coach said he would be all about taking a pie in the face. And then 6th grade, Mrs. Riker and Mr. DeWeese has stepped up and said they would not be opposed to a pie in the face if there are 0 referrals for all those grade levels. So we're going to do it during recess on Friday at the beginning of your recess. So we'll let grade levels know beforehand. But if you can hold it together, make good choices, then you might be able to put a pie in the face of your teacher or at least a special person on your grade level. Mrs. Blevins has hooked me up. She's got me a little teleprompter over here. So now I know the K-2 PBIS winners. So congratulations. These friends will come to the cafeteria at 2:15. Silas Smith and Ms. Carres, Santiago Bustos Maniga in Ms. Mackey's class, Everly Moore and Ms. Tolliver, Lewis Abney and Mrs. Pruitt, Colby Burdine and Mrs. Gross, Carter Fox and Ms. Tanner, Gael Gonzalez Sanchez and Mrs. Albering, Raylan Martin and Mrs. Arkins, Avery Campbell for Mrs. Mead, and Gracie Greathouse and team, Miss Brady. I think some of those last names I mentioned is our second graders. Second graders are finishing up their iRead today. So we'll keep continuing with the great work that we've done all week. All right. With that, I hope that you'll be safe, responsible, respectful, and together we'll make it a terrific Tuesday here at Taylorsville. And
Have a fantastic day, because that choice is yours.